The elections of 1780 were held from October 9th to December 28th the same year. Firstly, let's go over Washington's term. It went pretty well, to say the least. He kept the country in a pretty good condition. Everyone knew there had to be a good leader for the start of the new nation. Washington ended up getting some attention in the end of his presidency, due to the fact he openly spoke against slavery. In 1779, Washington announced he wouldn't be running for a second term. Vice President Franklin also said that he wouldn't either. Now, let's go over the build-up to the election. Due to the fact Washington basically said, "Yo, I wanna retire, bye." People were quite interested as to who will be running during the running for the elections of 1780. In early 1780, both Governor Morris and John Adams announced their running. Both Morris and Adams ran 4 years earlier in 1779, and Adams got more support in that election than Morris by quite a bit. So most people were expecting Adams' win. Oh, what's that? There's two new candidates entering the race. Founding Father John Langdon and the first president of Massachusetts Provincial Congress, John Hancock. Okay, let's get into all of them more in depth now for the presidential election. Firstly was Governor Morris from New York. He was a runner in the election of 1776 and only got 3% for president in that election. He was openly against slavery, and his ideology and mindset was pretty ahead of its time. He was still young for this election, being aged only 28. Secondly, we have Mr. Bowling Ball himself, John Adams from Massachusetts. He was a great founding father, and he used that status to elevate himself, even though all other candidates were founding fathers too. Adams was also against slavery, like Morris, but Morris still had more modern ideas. Adams was also the US envoy to France under Washington's cabinet. Thirdly, we have new runner John Langdon from New Hampshire. He was heavily involved with the revolution and hated the British themselves all the way back in the 1750s. His head also looked like a walnut. Finally, we got to John Hancock from Massachusetts. He's the dude that made his signature to become the Declaration of Independence. He was also incredibly rich and was very well known because of it. Unlike the last election, not many roast battles were happening between the four. At this time, Morris was doing a lot of campaigning and speeches. He visited all the states to do speeches and campaign. He did the most campaigning out of any other candidate, and was actually endorsed by George Washington. Then the elections for president were in. Morris won with 67% of the votes, which is 14% more than whom Washington got in 1776. Morris was ecstatic and immediately doing speeches everywhere, thanking people. How nice. Adams got 27%. That's how much Franklin got in 1776. And finally, Langdon and Hancock both got 3%. That's how much Morris got in 1776. What a glow up for Morris. Oh wait, vice presidential elections. Well, since he got second, Adams won with 59% of the votes, becoming Morris's vice president. Hancock and Cushing both got 18%. Oh wait, I didn't mention Thomas Cushing. He was the Speaker of the General Court, and he was from, you guessed it, Massachusetts. And Langdon got 5%. Langdon's ego, it's shattered in pieces. So Morris is second president and Adams is second vice president. Both Franklin and Washington attended the inauguration speech too. Langton also reportedly threw a chair at Morris due to the rage from losing the election by a landslide. Like, next time don't be shaped like a walnut. Anyways, Morris and Adams both took their oath of office and are ready to serve 4 years together. Thank you for watching this video. All feedback and support is greatly appreciated to help improve these videos. Again, thank you.